Addiction, the condition of being unable to stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful. But there's nothing harmful about Valorant, is there? And how can we stop it? Just like every first-person shooter, there are 6 key aspects on how Valorant keeps you addicted. Number 1. Competition and ranking system. You spend hours daily practicing and playing ranked just to climb, therefore feeling a strong sense of accomplishment with each rank up. Number 2. Team-based gameplay. Having a group of friends schedule nightly sessions or creating new friends online and playing with them results in teamwork and camaraderie, making it hard for any individuals to actually miss a session. Number 3. New content and agents. Every new update or agent release rekindles a player's interest, leading you to log back in regularly to explore new strats or agent mechanics. You might even find the perfect agent for you. Number 4. Strict effort per purchase. Valorant is a free-to-play game. However, once you get into the social norm of purchasing your first skin, you will feel a sense of requirement and entitlement, which results in you prioritizing your time to play to ensure that your skin doesn't go to waste. Number 5. Social pressure. Being a part of a competitive team and amongst competitive friends, you feel obligated to maintain a high skill level in order to stay relevant within your friend group or amongst your peers. Last but not least, number 6. Escapism. After a stressful day at work or at school, you feel the urge to unwind yourself, so you immerse yourself into Valorant, only to find that you lost track of time because you were more invested in the game rather than your surroundings. Now, every FPS game has these requirements, but what the difference between these just might be the match sessions. An average match session is between 30 to 40 minutes in Valorant, whereas other games they last around 15 to 30 minutes. The only game with the same amount of match sessions is CSGO. This creates a community aspect. That's why people are comparing CSGO with Valorant communities. Because there is more involvement with teammates in a longer match, this results in further communication, which also results in future relationships, therefore a community. If Valorant isn't your full-time job and you've done at least 2 of the following 7 things, there are chances that you might be addicted to Valorant. 1. Excessive time spent playing. You find yourself playing Valorant for 6 hours straight, often staying up late into the night regardless of the commitments for the next day. 2. Neglecting responsibilities. You have either called in sick for work or skipped classes just to play ranked, causing your performance at school or work to suffer. 3. Changes in mood or behavior. Without Valorant, you feel irritable and anxious because you aren't able to play, and you struggle to focus on anything else. 4. Loss of interest in other activities. Your hobbies like reading, going to the gym, playing a sport have taken a backseat as playing Valorant has become your primary interest. 5. Sleep disturbances. You often sacrifice sleep for late night queues for Valorant, resulting in you becoming tired and having a disrupted sleep schedule. 6. Denial of addiction. When you're often called out on how much time you spend on Valorant, you quickly dismiss their concerns, insisting that you have everything under control, when in reality, you don't. 7. Playing without negative consequences. While you face consequences as failing school, declining work performance, you still continue to find the time to play Valorant after all these addressing issues. Now, the question is, how do we stop? Well, you can't. You can't tell a smoker to stop smoking cigarettes, therefore you can't tell a Valorant player to stop playing Valorant. Albert Einstein once said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Getting rid of an addiction is not easy, but rather it's a daily choice. Video games are meant to be fun and enjoyable with friends, not meant to ruin your life. There are people all over the world that spend 6 to 8 hours a day playing ranked, only to be at a net of 0 RR. Were those 8 hours really worth it? If you're trying to get rid of this addiction, here's how you can aim to better yourself. 1. Having acceptance. Accept that you do have a problem. Accept that you spend 6 to 8 hours a day queuing. Accept that you are not in control. Acceptance is the very first key, but quitting everything altogether is not the answer. It will result you in coming back with the addiction again. 2. Progressive overload. Now you might hear this term to gain muscle in gym terms, but did you know your mind is also a muscle as well? Because you accepted that you have no control, take control. Instead of playing ranked 6 times a day, for the first week, switch it to 5 ranked games per day. Limit yourself. Then the second week you realize 5 games wasn't so bad. How about 4 games per day for 2 weeks? After that, you're on your 4th week and you already saved 9 hours in total for the entire week, comparing to your 6 ranked games a day. In the 5th week, you realize that progressive overload with your mind has begun to work. Therefore, you can bring it down to 3 games per day. And trust me, your rank is not going anywhere. And now that you have 3 games per day, it's the most optimal and healthy amount of hours to play. If we were to assume that each ranked game takes 30 minutes, only an hour and a half of game time. 3. Finding an outlet. While limiting your gameplay, you can't quit altogether. Find the time to put into something else. Exercise. Do activities with your friends in real life. Participate in your religious practices. Find anything to do to pass by the time. If you find yourself with free time, find another game to play. Don't solely rely on Valorant as it can take up most of your day. 4. Lifestyle. Make playing with your friends or having some free time part of your lifestyle. We all have school, we all have work, we all have chores. We have responsibilities to do throughout the day. Accomplish those first, and then you have time to unwind. In the end, a game is supposed to be fun and enjoyable. If you still want to continue to play Valorant, just ask yourself this at the end of the day. Was it worth getting addicted?